Welcome to the Evangelistic House of God Podcast.
Unscripted discussions on social issues from a Christian's perspective.
Hello and welcome to the Evangelistic House of God, EHOG Podcast, the show where social issues are discussed from a Christian's perspective. I am Pastor Rod Harris. Hey Esther, how you doing?
How you guys
Esther
doing?
Smith. And we got Pastor Steve Harris.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I got to get used to you with these glasses on. That's nice, though.
I know.
You can see, I bet the world just opened up for you, didn't it?
I can see everything.
Ain't that tripped out?
Man, it feels good. Like usually I'd be like, and then I have a headache, and then I have like that little line right here. This gonna keep me youthful.
It is.
And now we can leave the studio at the same time without me having to worry about
That's
you
true.
running into that.
Because you're driving out in the dark.
Yeah, you know, it's dark time out here.
I know. I thought it was gonna be warmer by now.
Well, it was last week, but you know, these things come and go.
Michigan.
That's right.
Hey, take it, because some cities don't have but one temperature, and it just
That's
be
true.
hot.
Like Florida.
It's just hot all the time. And I don't know if I want to be that
I
hot
can't
like that
do
all
that.
the time.
Yeah, I can't be hot like that.
So I take my little mix up weather and some cold weather every now and then. We didn't have the rain, the snow we was expecting this year.
That's true.
true.
So
Yeah, thank God for that.
it was a real mild winter, and I'm just praying that the summer don't be too hot.
I don't think it's gonna be too hot like that.
Well, that's 'cause I've been
Especially
praying.
from the preview.
Gotta keep praying.
So I
That's
keep
true.
praying, because you know, with that winter being like it was,
The winter was really nice.
and it was so hot last summer, I didn't even get a chance to enjoy outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in the house a lot too.
Yeah,
Even
I
when we
had
went
to
on
stay.
vacations, I was still in the house.
Yeah, I had to stay home and plug the air conditioner
I'm
up.
made for indoors anyway.
Me too.
It looks good from my window.
I'm the same way. I hate going to the park and stuff and fighting like with the flies to eat my own sandwich.
Oh, well, see, that's why I don't do zoos.
Yeah,
This is as close to an elephant as I'm going to get right here.
Exactly.
Because of them bees.
It's too much.
The bees at the zoo, man, you know what? I was fighting a bee for my ice cream cone. I was like, that's it.
Oh, yeah, at the zoo. Yeah,
Yep.
You can have it.
I took both of my boys when they was little kids. I'm like, did you enjoy your zoo day? Because
We're never coming back.
you can come back when you get old enough to come back.
Actually, when I went back to the zoo, guess what? I went to the zoo a couple of years ago in the winter.
Oh, no.
Yes. Oh,
No.
but you know I love the winter. Y'all know I love the winter.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
But we went for like the lights for Christmas. It's the best. It was
yeah.
the best.
I hear
Struggle
you.
coming
I doubt
from the
it.
parking lot.
It was
to
the
the
best.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. But you got to do what make you happy in this life. I
That's
mean, those
true.
little positive things that just make you smile.
It's true.
I got a lot of those kind of things. I got things that I just sometimes just looking out the window
Makes you
and just
smile.
seeing the sun. And then you got to be sunny. If I could just watch the clouds move,
Yeah.
I'm one of those kind of people who could lay on my back and just watch the clouds for hours.
Yeah.
Really.
Seriously. I used to record the clouds a lot. I used to set my camera up and just face it towards the clouds and do time lapse and, you know, just watch the clouds for a while. And then
That's
I would
also
take them
because
and
your
put
butt is
music
flat
on
too.
them.
That's why you can lay on your back.
What?
Really for a really long.
What is
Did
this?
you just say that?
I'm just
Is this
saying.
attack?
I'm just- because he
An
said
attack on the rear?
lay on his back for hours, and
Oh,
people
man.
with butts they can't do that, but you can because there's nothing back there.
Heck, you know.
That's-
Came right out.
Right out.
You was just
I'm sorry.
I'm giving a positive
thing.
affirmation.
You just threw that in there. Good grief.
It's a little bit of truth.
You know
Slide
what?
it in there.
I don't even know what to say about
Slide it in
you.
your DM.
You holding a grudge about my gold cup. And you just gonna let it out any way you can. Don't make no sense.
Your gold cup. Yeah.
She was jealous of my gold cup and my elephant earlier.
I was.
yeah.
But I got over it.
Yeah, just now about trying to break on my body.
Man, you know your butt is flat.
I don't know that.
It runs in the fat.
Uh,
You too, Uncle Steven.
That's- no.
I'm just saying.
I
most of
don't know
y'all
that.
is
I'm
really
not, listen, we're not here for that.
in it.
We are not here for
Like
that.
sunk all the way in. And so it's easy to lay on your
Wait a
back
minute, what I need all
hours
that for?
and watch the clouds because that's
We
not
need to
gonna
start
hurt.
this over.
I think so. We need to hit reboot.
Come on, let's keep
Not
going.
on- just on your butt, but mine too.
I'm just saying. You just when he said lay on his back for hours, that just like hours. And I was like, well, that wouldn't hurt him.
All right, I'm gonna need you to strike that from the record and act like she ain't say nothing about that in the middle of my positive conversation.
So anyway,
I was talking about positivity.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, let's go.
And positive affirmations and saying things and putting positive stuff in the air. You know, it's like if my butt was flat, I would talk to my booty and I'd be like,
Right.
you have a nice booty.
Right. You
Your
talk to
booty
yourself
is
and say
perfect.
that. Right.
Yeah, if I had a problem.
Right.
If I had a problem.
But you don't, because God
Right.
made you perfect.
Exactly.
So that you can lay on the floor for hours and watch the clouds, because he knew that's what you wanted to do.
Exactly.
See?
Okay.
What's some of your favorite things to do? Let me see if I can
But,
agree with you.
Some of my favorite things.
Yeah.
You try to
No, I want
so
to
you can
touch
crack
and
on
agree
me.
with you. No, I want to touch and agree with you.
Okay, some of my favorite things to do. I love making jewelry. It brings a sense of peace over me, a sense of calm over me. I don't like to be rushed doing it, but I love to do it.
Yeah.
It just makes me happy.
Did you make that? What you wearing?
I
now?
did. I
Nice.
made that. Yep. And so I love that. I know this is probably gonna sound like the Papa spirit, but I love watching my son do work, like do something like.
Oh, you talking like manly work?
Yeah, like if he's like doing the leaves, or if he's like
Yeah.
shoveling the snow, it just be like, it's my baby. You know, I don't know. It just
Yeah.
brings like positive feelings to me.
Yeah.
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 All right. At least you know he ain't gonna be a lazy, worthless bum.
Right, because I'm gonna make sure of that.
Right.
Yeah, but some stuff like that, like I love that.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
I see that.
What about you, Steve?
You know, I don't know if it's just one thing. I think that what get me going is just my morning routine.
Okay.
And the first thing, you know, being coming from a spiritual background, you want to give God praise.
Right.
Yes.
And I want to give him praise. So when my eyes open, the first thing I want to do is I just want to lift my head up and just be like, oh, thank you, God, for another day.
Yeah.
You know, and I know that this is going to be a great day. And, you know, we were given, you know, as children, all of these nice spiritual affirmations, all of these wonderful
Yes.
things that we would declare and decree out, you know.
Right.
And so I look forward to it. It's like, oh, you know, I'm going to attack the day, you know, with you know, with the greatest, you know, enthusiasm that I can.
Yeah.
And great things is coming my way, and I am great, and I'm going to run into miracles and blessings.
That's right.
And all
Yeah.
kind of great things. And so I'm praying. I do my Lord's Prayer first when I wake up, and so I'm excited to get my day going. The day, you know, before, and if I can back up,
Okay.
I end that day with prayer, and I want God to really cleanse me, and it gives me a good reflection on what I did that day.
Okay.
The stuff that I did wrong, the things I did right, and then I want to wake up that next day with a mindset to be better than I was
The
yesterday.
day before.
Right.
Nice.
Right. So
Yes.
if there was some negative talk or whatever that had got me sidelined, or somebody really made me angry, today I got to make up for that. I don't want
Okay.
to be that way. I want to be a new way. And I'm just one of those guys. I get up early before the sun is up. My day starts at 4:30, so I'm excited.
Right.
I'm eager and I'm ready to start the day. Then on the weekends, it's like when that sun is out and I'm just laying in the bed and it's just shining on
That's
me.
the
and
best
it's
feeling
like,
right there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's calling me to go outside.
Right.
I got to go outside.
Yeah.
And my wife is like, close those blinds. I'm like, no, it's calling us. Get up.
Let's go. Right.
You know, so,
Okay.
And it just really, that jump starts my day.
Yeah.
To just going out and just having a great day. And that's why, you know, we have this belief between us that we don't have bad days.
No.
True.
Because it's too good. It's too much
Too much good
to
stuff
be
going on.
able
Exactly.
to
Too
get.
many people, too many friends, too
Yep.
much fun to be had,
Yeah.
too
Yep.
much work to do. Mm-hmm. It's too much
All
stuff
that.
going on.
Yep.
But you know, another thing that really excites me or relaxes me or makes me feel good is like cooking,
Okay.
you know, or something I picked up recently is coloring.
Okay.
Love color.
I got
With the pencils.
I
I
use
would
pencils
love
and
it.
markers and crayons. I use, don't matter. I use all of it.
Okay.
I got a tote with a handle on it that's full to the top with pencils and markers and stuff like that.
I love that.
And I got all these different coloring books, and sometimes just sitting there and just coloring and with the TV on in the background or some music playing.
Yeah.
That'll do it for me. That'll relax me and make me feel pretty good about it.
I feel like that too. I love coloring too. And I remember like when I got really sick and I had 2 ear infections in both ears, one in here and one in here.
Okay.
And to take my mind off of it, it really took my mind off of it. I mean, you know, I took some medicine, of course, too, but it took my mind off of it. It was like such a peaceful, like, you know, and then, of course, if you got somebody else doing it, you're like, mine better than yours.
Right.
Yours
and mine
better,
is typically better than most people's.
Here we go.
What?
Well, it's good that you feel like that.
Well,
keep those positive thoughts,
Yeah,
bro.
it is true.
Keep that positivity.
It's true.
Let me change it just a little bit. One thing that I do find challenging from time to time is keeping my positive mindset in a place where the negativity is just like, you know, like where I work, you know, and it's a real hard
downer.
In urban environment, you know, industrial. And so, you know, the people, you know, they hate their jobs, they hate their life, they hate this.
Dang.
There's gossip in every corner, this and that. And it's like you can sometimes feel, it's almost like you can cut it with a knife.
Wow.
Right.
How thick and nasty it can get.
Yeah.
And, you know, do y'all have those type of situations that you in where it can be a challenge for you?
I do sometimes with my husband sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I think we do it to each other. Like, but sometimes he'll bring that negative energy home from work. And he works really long hours and he works like you say, like an industrial and everything is, you know.
Yeah.
And so then sometimes he comes home and his face is like this and he like, and I'm like, hey babe, what's going on? Nothing.
He got to let it wear off.
Yeah, it's still lit on him. And like in the past, I would be like, me too, you know. Like,
we can both do this.
Right, you only want to wall up, you know. But like I have to be conscious, like nope, I'm going to keep mine. And then I'm going to, eventually he'll see, hey, look at you, look at me, now look at you. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so I'll keep it. But it has been a challenge sometimes to keep
I can see that.
smiling, and he got this scowl on, and everything is, this is cold, and where's this? And I'm like, you know, just trying, you know what I'm saying?
I have worked in an environment that was like what you're talking about. And I remember coming home one day, and I was going to my mom's house, and my wife and kids was in the house.
Okay.
And it was all visiting my mother's house, and so I was meeting them over there. And I got out the car, and I took my suit jacket off. And I shook it, and I was in the driveway shaking it like it was a dirty rug or something, right? And I was going, and I was slapping my face, and I pulled my collar, and I stood in front of my mirror in my truck, and I was doing like this. And I put my suit coat on, and I looked up, and they was watching me. They was all on the porch, looking at you. They was on the porch looking at me. They was like,
what lost his mind?
Right, what is going on?
It's like, what is wrong with you? And I was like, oh, nothing. This is how I shake it off before I come in the house.
Wow.
I mean, that was basically my routine before I go in the house every day.
To shake it off.
Because I knew that if I let it go in the house with me, I was going to wear it all day.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I would go in the driveway and I just shake before I go in the house sometime. Like,
start smacking yourself.
remind myself, you at home amongst people that love you. You are amongst friends. You are safe.
Yes.
But you know, I had noticed early on, I would be that, you know, I could come home and you still have that, it's like a residue, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, you used to being in there, and you come out and it's like, okay, I'm at home now.
Right.
But then I had to learn not to take it out of the plant.
Right. Not even in your car.
Place.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it was like, hey, you know, you gotta those. It's a spirit, and I noticed that when other people had started staying with me, they would come in, and I could feel it.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, who just walked in here with a bad attitude?
Right.
And they coming around the door like, and it's like, man, you know.
Right. Check that.
Right.
Don't bring
it
that
home
into my house with the kids and stuff. But I had to learn to separate the job from my house.
Yes.
And, you know, so it was like, whatever happened at the job, stay at the job.
Right.
You know, when I locked the door, all of that got locked in there. And then I try not to wear it, you know, when I'm in the plant too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, you know, and so it was just a series of things that, you know, you grow up and you just start learning how to, you know, when you seeking out positivity, you're going to find it.
Yes.
You know, if you really want to
If
stay
you seek
clean
it out,
from
that's
it,
right.
you can do that, you know, with God's help, of course. And like
Of
I said,
course.
when I started my mornings that way and I put all my spiritual boldness and I declare it and decree all the stuff that I want, ain't nothing going to stop
Yeah.
that. Ain't nothing
Exactly.
going to change that.
Yep. Just gonna keep it.
You know, it's a little different for me because I work from home, right?
Right.
And so it's hard for me to separate home from work sometimes.
Yeah.
And I have to remind myself that work is over with and I am done. I have to
Yes.
be done at a certain point.
Okay.
And I've been working from home for a lot of years. And there was a time when I used to just work from the time I would see the kids get on the bus to go to school.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'd be sitting there when they go to bed at night, you know, from the
Wow.
same spot.
Yeah.
And, you know, over the years, I had to learn how to build a schedule, how to actually shut it off.
Right.
And like
Let that
right
go.
now, it's like I'd be doing something. In my last meeting for the day, I just hit the power button
Yep.
and shut it down. I'll go take a shower and refresh myself and be ready for my wife and kids when they get home from school and work.
Right.
Because I just feel like it's too important. Life is too short, and you only get so many hours after work anyway.
That's true.
To enjoy with your family, and I don't want to waste it trying to shake off
Working.
work or
Right.
working through all that time.
True.
I wasted a lot of years doing that.
Yeah.
Right.
I was going to say another thing that I learned later is the power of meditation.
Yes.
I got a good thing on meditation.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, I downloaded this app. It's some relaxed meditation app on my phone.
Okay.
And it's got the ocean sounds and the white noise and all that kind of stuff. And they actually got this part where it actually teach you how to breathe and how to meditate and how to calm down. And at first I was thinking, I know how to breathe.
But it is a difference.
I don't need that crap.
It is a difference,
Right?
though.
of
And so
course
I wouldn't
it
play the instructions, right?
Yeah.
And then I thought about it. I preached a lesson Sunday about following the instructions
Right.
and using wisdom.
Right.
And so I pulled up the app.
Excellent lesson, by the way.
Yes, it
Well,
was.
thank you. Praise the Lord. And I put up the app, and I was about to go past the lessons. I was like, don't need that. I'm like going straight to the ocean sounds. That's my
Right.
favorite one. I'm like, where's the ocean? And she kept coming up like, take a breath. I'm like, shut up. Give me to the ocean. And I thought about it. I'm like, okay, go back and just do the instructions.
Right.
And I did the instructions for the first time the other day. Man, I felt so good.
Oh, yeah.
I relaxed, and all it was doing was breathing.
Right.
But, you know, just learning how to breathe and how to clear your mind. I never knew how to clear my mind. My mind is, I got the kind of brain that just run
Keep
all
going in the
day.
background. Yeah.
Even while I'm asleep, I can wake up and go to the toilet, and I'm like, and don't forget to call so-and-so and tell them such
Yeah.
and such. I
Right.
mean, that's how I think all day and night.
Yeah.
It's
So
exhausting.
being able to clear my mind before I go to sleep at night, that's going to really make a difference, I think.
Yeah, you know, I had to do it. It was, what I would do is I would picture myself on like the side of a running stream
Okay.
of water.
Yes.
I wouldn't always have music or sound because I was concentrating on my breathing, right? And I would, you know, all of the thoughts that come and they flood your head. And the thing that you want to do is you want to act on them, like
Yes.
a certain
Exactly.
thought. And then you want to engage those thoughts. And it's like, hey, don't engage.
Right.
It's a thought. And so if it's a thought, just sit it on the river and let it just roll down.
down.
You can watch it roll on down and they just keep on coming through. Don't try to stop it. Don't try to, I don't want to think. Because what
Right.
happens, it floods in.
Right.
So
Right.
just set it on the thing. But then I found, even when I'm not meditating, that when I'm just driving, because I drive for a long distance every day,
Right.
40 minutes to and from work each
Wow.
way. But the thing is what I've learned is that when thoughts come in and negative thoughts and that kind of movies and all of that kind of junk, and it kind of get you and your heart start racing because you want to
yes.
get, and it's like, forget that. Put it on the stream.
Yeah.
You don't have to engage it.
Exactly.
right.
So you
And-
can still do it even when you're.
When you are
Yeah.
awake, but it's better when you can concentrate, especially at night, or
Yeah.
if you get some free time. If you just try it, and it just it unburdens you.
Yeah.
I could feel the first couple of times I did it, I could feel the stress just coming off.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Another good thing is walking. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes when I'm working a lot, I get a break between meetings. I just want to go outside and just go for a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, sometimes just up or down the street to the store, get to the mailbox. Just go
Just
around a
some
circle
air.
or something. Get some fresh air
Yep.
and just walk with
Yep.
no phone in your hand.
Yes.
With no distractions. Just take in.
Pokemon Go?
No.
Right?
No Pokemon Go. Just go for a relaxing walk and just break the monotony.
Yeah.
My home office is upstairs in the house. And I will purposely not make it too convenient up there. So I got coffee and stuff like that. I got a coffee bar so I can drink coffee during the day. But when I want a yogurt, I got to go downstairs to get it.
So you can,
And
so
I only go down and get
walk.
that one yogurt. I won't get yogurt and an orange and an apple and some celery. I will get the yogurt and I'll come back and I eat my yogurt while I work. And I'll go back a half hour later and get an apple. And I'll come back and eat it.
That's really smart.
And it helps to keep me getting up and moving around and keep me functioning and fluid.
Feeling good.
Yeah, because if you just sit there all day, man, the time just go by so slow and it drag. You're already at home by yourself.
That's true.
You're on the phone, for 7-8 hours a day.
And then it can get depressing too.
Yeah, it can.
And then the
Gotta be
negative
really
stuff
disciplined.
can come in.
Gotta
You know
be
what I'm
really
saying?
disciplined to be able to do
I
that.
agree.
Yeah.
But another thing that I was gonna say is you have to be careful to not let anyone bring your positivity down too.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Because when I would go to school, I'm feeling good, and so I would go and I'm feeling good, and hey y'all, and people you always happy, you always this, and it was
you
it's
get
almost like
those.
they're mad that you're in a good mood,
Right.
and then after a while you be like, well, skip you, but. You can't let these
don't
people
take
change
the
you. Don't let
Don't do
them, because that's what they want. They want you to come down and to be miserable so they can feel good about being miserable too.
But our bishop taught us that there's no answer for humility.
Yeah.
And when people try to attack you and when they say stuff to you or you got a disagreement with somebody, the faster you can get to humility, the faster it'll be over with.
Yep.
And even if they got a problem, you put yourself at peace.
Yep.
By breaking it down with some humility.
That's right.
And I use that trick a lot. So when I get people, sometimes I get in a meeting and I hear people fussing and yelling and this, and I'm like, well, perhaps I made a mistake and today's not a good day for us to meet. Want to reschedule this? And it automatically breaks them down. They're like, oh man, I should have.
Because now they want to retract it. Well, I don't have the attitude.
Right.
I don't have the problem.
Now they in the competition to be more humble.
Right.
So it's like, well, no, I'm lower than you. No, I'm lower than you. Well, no, I'm lower than,
Right.
And so now it's kind of like, okay, so now we on common ground and we can all work together and be kind of cool and chill with this thing.
I had a guy, he was a director. He would come from out of town and he would really pick with me. Right?
Okay.
In a jokey, laughy, but knifey,
But serious way.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just stopped one day and was like, man, what is the deal? Right?
Right.
And I'm smiling. And he's like, well, you're such a nice guy. I just wanted to see what it would look like if I could make you upset and what you would
Just going to turn you into a Hulk.
Right. Right. What's the purpose?
I put my hand up and said, man, you playing a dangerous game, That's not good.
That's true.
We laughed and I kept going, but he really thought he was gonna poke a bear, and I was just gonna go crazy,
You're just gonna go Super Saiyan on it.
Right. But the thing about that made it crazy is that what if you were that kind of person and then you just was
then he'd have won.
Then he
He'd
would've
have actually
won.
sparked.
But he might have not have won in the way he thought.
But hey, he'd have proved his point.
Yeah, his curiosity, he would have satisfied.
He want to know if you can be this all the time or if you just fake.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you always
That's too
this
much
way?
manipulation for me.
But you talked about waking up with a positive attitude. For me, it's saying those affirmations every day.
Yeah.
That really kind of, because even you got those days where you wake up, you just don't feel like it.
Yeah.
And you kind of think
Feel
today
like a headache or
ain't
something.
the day. Stay out of my face. I mean,
I hear you.
But by the time you get in your car and you put your affirmations on and you start saying them, and it's like, Roderick Harris is great. It's like, and you're like, yes, he is. Roderick Harris is going to succeed. You be like, yes, I will succeed no matter what. I mean, you said enough of them.
That's right.
And by the time you're going, typically you can have a nice enough attitude to get your day
True.
going.
Because it's contagious. Just your body just want it. In my mind, your body crave it.
Yeah.
Especially after you've had that for so long.
Then it wants it again and
Yeah,
again.
you don't want to be negative. When I'm negative, or if something happens where I get off my square, so to say,
Yeah.
so to speak, then it's like I I automatically, it's like I'm alerted to it. It's
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
oh man, I shouldn't.
But that's because
Right.
you're in tune to it.
Right,
Right,
because
right.
you want a different. You don't want to be negative.
Right.
You do have to want
I mean,
it.
it's some people that really pride themselves on being nasty and mean,
Yep, exactly.
and rough and catty and saying ugly stuff to people. I mean, to make them feel
And
good
trying to
about
change the
themselves for some
environment in the
reason.
room, like we all in here laughing, and they come in here like, it don't take all that.
They seek
You
negative
know?
Yeah,
attention.
they do.
Just waiting.
They do.
Yeah.
But you know what I do though, another thing that gets me is like if I'm in a kind of a funky mood or I got a headache or something like that, I call somebody else positive. Like my mom, she's always gonna be on it, and especially like she might be having a bad day, but when she hear me, she like, God been too good. You're gonna do
Right,
such
right.
and such. She'll start preaching to me, and I'll be like,
Power
yeah.
of mama, right?
You know, and then I feel good. It's like, how could I let God down?
That's
You
right.
know?
Exactly.
And it just
She just pumped you up.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so that always helped me too.
You know what? It also help when you got that negative person that come in the room and they want to tear up the mood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I this is my personal little thing I try.
Okay.
I imagine them flushing in the toilet. And while they talking, I could just see them going like,
So you can't see their head no more.
and then they like out the pipe. You know, it's like
Get out of here with
You know,
that.
what I like to do is when they come, somebody will come in, and sure enough, they're gonna start up on somebody.
Exactly.
Oh,
And
man.
that's my chance to be their champion. The
To
person
be the
that
other
they-
person.
Exactly.
Yes.
And like,
yes.
oh man, remember when they did this for you? Remember
That's
when
right.
they did that
Yeah.
for
They
you?
always come
Remember
through.
when this is going
I ain't
on?
never seen them
Yeah.
not do that.
Exactly.
They
They're
always
like,
have a sweet attitude.
Yeah, but
They ain't never told
that
me
didn't
no.
excuse it. It was like,
Like,
no,
we're
remember
not
though
talking
when
about
he
that.
did this?
Exactly.
That's right.
And we like,
Exactly.
Time for me to find another place to go. Yeah, get
Yeah,
that out
no.
of here.
And you know,
And that's
another
them
thing,
going down the toilet.
Yeah.
You can see that
Another
hate
thing
just
is
going like.
is to ignore them, because there's a lot of times they just want that attention.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, we were all playing. This wasn't that many days ago. We was all playing and having fun, and somebody came in and was like, and they was trying to start up something over here, and this person just turned their back and was like, so anyway, and just ignored them. So then they said, oh well, they came over here, and so this person said, and everybody
Right.
just kept like, you don't exist.
Right.
Not gonna
And
destroy
then
my
after
good
that,
time.
after a while, they didn't want to be isolated and alone.
Right.
So
They had changed the
They
tune.
was like, and another thing, and another reason. And then they just join right in. Sometimes you just got to ignore that devil.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
You know?
You give it too much attention and it start feeling like it's important. And it start
Exactly.
raising up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like
But it's a lot of things that I think we just don't take advantage of, right? People think in order to have a good time or to be positive, you got to spend money. And you got to, I want to go out to eat, or I want to go to the show, or I want to go on a trip. But there's so much stuff that God has provided for you right inside of
It's
your
so
own
true.
house, with your own family, with your
right.
people. I mean, he's doing stuff as simple as gardening, or,
Yes.
something that's, for me, if I could get my tool belt,
yeah.
put my drills on, I got 3 drills.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I keep 2 of them. I wear one on each side. One is a hammer drill, one's an impact drill.
So you're really feeling it.
Quick draw.
Right.
Heck yeah, because I might the little one getting close corners like
Yeah.
Why?
hit the big one with his powerful
You pull it
stuff.
out fast, too.
But to fix something or to build, for me, creating with my hands is like the ultimate thing. If I
Yeah.
can just fix something or just hang a picture and then just step back, like
I agree with that. I think
It make you
that
feel
is.
great.
It
Yeah.
does. I like to have really good organizing projects.
Me too.
Things that I can kind of put my hands on. Maybe not build in a room like you would, or a
Yeah.
house.
But everybody got their thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying, within my skill set, I really do like to kind of get my hands into something around the house to make it look good and improve it. And everybody's like, oh, you should sit down and you should be still because you work so hard and this and that. And I'll be
Right.
like, yeah, you're right. And as soon as they leave, I'll be like,
right, because
Well,
that's
stuff
why,
on.
that's
right,
peaceful
'cause
to me.
yeah,
Exactly.
because you want to do something constructive,
Right.
Something that you put your hands on, and so it's positive.
Yeah,
Put
I
some
was
music
trying to
on.
explain to my sons why I never really got into sports as far as television goes.
Yeah.
I couldn't grasp giving nobody 3 hours that I can't ever get back. I mean,
True.
seriously, I just, even when we was younger, you know how I was, man.
Right.
I tried to do it because y'all was into it, you know, and it's like, if I want to hang on my brothers, I got to know who the players are on the screen. And I'd be
Right.
like, yeah, there go Reggie Roby. And they'd be like, no, man, he played for somebody else. That's so and so.
Right.
I was like,
You wrote me a punter, man. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, he said Reggie Rowe.
Reggie Rowe, I don't know where he played. He plays for. Yeah, I don't know. I remember his name one day. I was like, but you're trying to get involved in the conversation everybody else is having.
Yeah.
And after 2 or 3 days of that, it was like, man, this is whack. I don't know these cats, and I don't even care. I don't care enough to know about them.
Yeah.
And so I started doing what I wanted to do for me. Started spending my 3 hours making me happy.
Right.
Sitting in front of the TV didn't do that for me.
Yeah.
Right.
And I ain't knocking people that watch sports. I mean, my point is
that everybody got to find what's for them.
Right. That didn't work for me.
And it was for me for a while, and then it wasn't no more.
Yeah.
But then when I played, I could watch it because, you learning, you stealing, you trying to find this and little things to enhance your game. Then when I quit playing, it stopped being interesting to me.
Right. Because it's like, well, I can't use that, so forget it.
I know it sounds selfish, but it's the truth. I just I lost the interest in it.
I mean, it's true, though.
And then 3 hours is a long time.
It is a long time. It's a long. I like playing cards too with my kids.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm winning.
Nobody can beat
every family need a game night.
Yeah, I agree.
We have a game night, even if it ain't every week.
Friday.
You ought to have it once a month or something. But you just need time to just disconnect from all the electronics and the television and the foolishness, and just get to know and enjoy each other.
Yeah, that's positive right there. And then you'll learn your people.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I love that.
I can't be beaten Uno. Just by the way.
By Donnie and beat you.
No, Donnie be here losing every Sunday to the king of games. I won't lose.
I don't lose.
We'll see, fellas. We'll
have
a. We need to have a. Maybe we'll have one.
If I'm the banker in Monopoly, I can't be defeated.
That's because you be cheating and stealing money. You steal the money. I already know you.
You have to play the credit card version when you playing with Steve.
Right. Because I'm be stealing every time somebody get $200, he gonna be getting $200.
I only play old school Monopoly.
So that you can steal and cheat.
I'm good with it.
Man, one time we laid out Risk in the dining room.
Oh yeah.
Had on dining room table. That mug. We played that game for about a week straight.
That's a long game.
Remember one game. Then I remember I was a sore loser.
Oh man.
So I couldn't win. I just destroyed my side and gave all of the other stuff, and then was like, skip that game. I was such a sore loser.
You didn't have no positivity on that.
None. And then my son started growing up. I was like, oh, you can't be like that.
That's funny.
After I did it.
But it didn't matter. I had won. King of games.
You won that game.
Yeah. If we continue this conversation for another 2 hours, we're going to find out that every time we say I played a game with her, the king of games won.
Whatever.
That's what I do.
You ain't win that Domino's game when we was in Florida.
Moving on. Thanks for joining. I was sick anyway.
I know. I was sick too.
Well, okay. You didn't win though.
You didn't either.
Well, we don't know that guy. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. EHOG, EHOG Podcast. Here every Thursday. Oh, that's not Thursday.
Monday.
Every Monday at 6 o'clock.
Yes.
You got to subscribe so you can get those alerts and those messages. They'll show up right on your phone and remind you to tune in and watch us every week.
Amen.
We will see you next Monday right here on YouTube, on
Facebook.
Come on, say it.
Twitter,
Google
Play,
iTunes,
everything.
Spreaker.
Yep. We have
EHOG Podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining, guys. Talk to you later.
Bye.